Hey John, and today I hadn't shot a video yet, and I'm in the gym here. There is no one, so I thought it would be a good moment to shoot a video. Today I would like to talk a little bit about the difficulty of learning Cantonese, Mandarin, and Thai. Which language is the most difficult? Which language do you think is the most difficult? I think for me, because I always hear people saying that Cantonese is more difficult than Mandarin, I don't think that's true to say. They argue that there are 6 tones in Cantonese, and that's why it's supposed to be more difficult to learn for English speakers. So I'm talking about learning those 3 languages from the perspective of English speaker. Yeah, so Cantonese has 6 tones. That's true. Mandarin has only 4, so you have to learn 2 more tones. I don't think that makes a big difference. I mean, if there are 3, 4, 5, or 6 tones, I don't think that's what makes a language really more difficult. I do find though that Cantonese is much easier to pronounce. So let's say the word for car in Mandarin is che, and in Cantonese it's te, and for most English speakers it's easier to pronounce the syllables in Cantonese. This is only one example. I think in general Cantonese is much easier to pronounce. In terms of grammar, it's pretty similar. Cantonese does have a few structures that you don't have in Mandarin, and the other way around as well, but I don't think that one of the two is more complex in terms of grammar. Writing, of course, is a big problem for most people in Mandarin and in Cantonese because you don't have an alphabet. You have to learn all the characters by heart. The good thing is though that once you know, it gets easier and easier. If you learn 10 characters, it's actually pretty easy to learn 100 characters, and if you know 100 characters, it's easy. 100 characters, sorry, it's easier to learn 500, and so on. So it gets easier over time as well. But it's definitely more difficult to learn characters than to learn a language with an alphabet. And then Thai, of course, has an alphabet, but it's a very complicated alphabet. At least if you ask me. I tried to learn it last year. I spent a few weeks on it. I think I got the most of it, but it's still not 100% clear for me how it works. You have lots of vowels. I forgot how many. I thought, well, I don't know why. You can look it up, or I will add it here in the video later. But you have a lot of vowels, a lot of consonants. I think 44 consonants and 22 vowels or something. You can correct me if I'm wrong. And they place the vowels everywhere, so they can be in front of the word, after the word, above or below. If I'm not an expert on the Thai alphabet, as you know, but it's complicated, and it's also said that the Thai alphabet is one of the most complex alphabets, complex writing systems in the world. But at least it's an alphabet. Then in terms of grammar, I think that Thai is a little bit different than Mandarin and Cantonese, for example, but it's not necessarily more difficult. They have a few structures that you don't have in Mandarin and Cantonese as well. It's a little different. In terms of pronunciation, I think that Thai is pretty difficult, especially like words like muang, which means city, or Puan. I don't know if I pronounce it correctly, but which means friends. Puan. Like you have these sounds, and then of course you also have to use the rhymed tones. So maybe it's just because I'm a beginner in Thai. I would be looking forward to hear from you if you have experience learning these languages, and if you think one of these languages is more difficult than the others. Yeah, so that was the video for today, day number 20. I'm going to do my workout here, and see you tomorrow, because then you will finally see me speaking Thai after 21 days. Greetings from Bangkok, and good evening.